Good afternoon. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 2025 Walled Lake Northern High School Commencement Ceremony. Can everybody please rise for the playing of our national anthem, followed by our alma mater. You can find the music and lyrics of our alma mater on the backs of your programs.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Hear us sing our sacred song, alma mater, loyalty strong, honor, trust, and dignity, nice will always be. Maroon, bold and true, silver shining through, cherished times of days gone by, Walled Lake Northern High.
Thank you. You may be seated. Thank you, Mrs. Hullerberger and Mrs. Ward. As we begin our program, I would first like to recognize some special guests who are joining us on our stage today. From the Walled Lake Consolidated School Board of Education, Mrs. Stephanie Kaplan, Mr. Mark Siegler, Mrs. Susie Crafton, Mr. Michael Smith, Mrs. Shayna Levin, Mrs. Julie Fernandez, and Mrs. Lisa West. From our district office, we are joined by Superintendent Dr. Michael Lanz, Deputy Superintendent Chad Skalling, Assistant Superintendent of Learning Services, Mrs. Kathy Kohansky, and Assistant Superintendent of Special Services, Mrs. Julianne Muir. Also on stage are Mrs. Kristen Woodard, Mrs. Jessica Sinden, and Mr. Timothy McBride, Class of 2025 sponsors. And this year's Walled Lake Northern Teacher of the Year, Mrs. Ashley Ward. Dr. Lanz, members of the Walled Lake Board of Education, parents, guests, and the graduating class of 2025. On behalf of the faculty and staff at Walled Lake Northern High School, we extend a warm welcome to the 2025 commencement exercises. While we are here to recognize and honor the great achievements of this senior class, we also recognize that this event would not be possible without the diligence, sacrifice, support, and unconditional love of the parents of the class of 2025. Parents, would you please stand and be recognized for this very significant role you have played in the accomplishments of this wonderful class? As I reflect back to the most important lessons I have learned throughout my life, it is without question that my grandparents were some of my most important teachers. Could I have all of the grandparents and great-grandparents please stand and be recognized? While the classroom has helped prepare our children to be able to function in the literate world, your homes are places of learning as well. The lessons your children learn from you are of the heart. It is where they learn what unconditional love is, what sacrifice looks like, how to treat others, and how having a strong work ethic affects more than just themselves. These lessons are so much more important than the courses they took at Northern. Thank you for being with us. Congratulations are in order as much for you as for these graduates who will receive their diplomas today. The class of 2025 has once again continued the Northern tradition of the senior class bettering the one before it. In academics, athletics, the arts, social causes, Walled Lake Northern's class of 2025 excelled beyond most others. Your class produced more higher, and highest honor students than most other classes in our school's history. Our varsity team's victories against the other Walled Lake high schools has once again allowed us to keep the Schumann Cup that has been here at Walled Lake Northern for the past 14 years. This is due in large part to our fantastic senior class. This year's musical was also so well done that I received multiple emails from our community members stating that they just could not believe that the performances were done by high school students. As a class, your desire to help mankind was evident in many ways. Our gift drive provided thousands of gifts to needy students. It's just one of those examples how you cared for others. Walled Lake Northern's class of 2025 exceeded the expectations I and the Walled Lake Northern staff had of each class. You have been an excellent example of what high school students can become. It has been my honor to have been your principal for the last 4 years. Always remember, class of 2025, we're Northern, we are the Knights. And now I would like to call to the stage Walled Lake Northern's highest academic honor students. Guys can come on up now. Lila Ackrich, Timothy Awald, Carson Beatty, Jesse Berman, Michaela Bildstein, Madison Birchmeyer. You get lots of time to cheer in just a second. All right. Natalie Bluen, Maya Bridgman, Elijah Britos, Emily Brown, Madeline Bruss, Ava Charbonneau, Nathan Chadamitrio, Nicole Collins, Mallory Connolly, Miranda Connolly, Noah De Silva, Matthew David, Alexander DeFinis, Matthew Devaney, Adisa Debra, Lucas Demetria, Olivia Dutton, Douglas Evans, Gabriel Finsilver, Caitlin Gerber, Jacob Goldberg. Okay, you guys, you need to come up. There you go. Jade Griesdorf, Chase Griffin, Teresa Gustala, Anna Gursky, Jacob Herr, Samantha Holka, Macy Hunter, Kira Johnson, Landon Jones, Tessa Keene, Aiden Kefbeber, Danielle Kerr, Gabriella Kovilas, Emily Massett, Grace Molsky, Noah Nicholson, Aiden Nuttall, Daniel Olson, Sophia Poloni, Grace Papis, Amin Kishiri, Lorelei Robinson, Lily Rosender, Colin Ruskin, Asher Salama, Alexandra Shilak, Ryan Sosha, Leela Sparks, Claire Spouts, Laura Terpstra, Liliana Tonko, Jacob Tran, Eden Van Prowayen, Ava Vandertil, Grace Vaught, Paige Welsh, and Brooklyn Zelani. These students have earned the right to be honored at the commencement ceremony because each has achieved a grade point average that exceeds 4.0. They would like to take this opportunity to share some of their thoughts on their journey through school over the past 13 years.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. First off, I would like to welcome all family, friends, faculty, distinguished guests, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2025. Woo! Wow, 13 years and we finally made it. Proving that, I'll do it tomorrow, can sometimes, somehow work as an academic strategy. If our journey through high school was a staircase, we started on that very first step. Wide-eyed kindergartners discovering that recess was the best subject. From there, we navigated our way through middle school, arguably the most awkward step of all. And finally, we reached the steep, exhausting climb that is high school. Each step brought change. Each step brought challenges, pushing us to grow in ways we never expected. And now, here we are, standing at the top in caps and gowns, just barely beating senioritis past the finish line. This moment isn't just about being at the top. It's about the climb that got us here. And today, we celebrate every single step.
And although it would be easy to focus on the graduates today, we also want to recognize all the supporters who helped us along our journey. To all the parents, friends, faculty, and supporters, we thank you for helping us to reach this moment. The support you have given us along every step of the way may not always be the focal point of our discussion, but we, as a class, would like to say that your support does not go unnoticed. Whether it be teaching us, inspiring us, or simply being present for us, you too were alongside us for each step of our journey, and today's celebration is as much ours as it is yours.
Our journey begins on that very first step of the staircase, elementary school. On the first day of kindergarten, our parents dropped us off at school, and suddenly we were surrounded with more new faces than ever before. We clutched their hands tightly, backpacks nearly as big as we were, and walked into a classroom that would become our entire world for the year. We greeted our teachers with shy smiles before stepping into the space that was filled with curiosity and promise. By lunchtime, we would unwrap our pizza Lunchables, Uncrustables, Go-Gurts, and sometimes even a handwritten note from those who loved us. Then came recess, the most sacred part of the day. The Gaga Ball matches got competitive. Tag turned into our very own Olympic sport, and we would play pretend until we no longer knew who we really were. Wood chips games filled the playground until a whistle blew and we were told to stop. That life was so simple, yet everything felt so big.
We counted down the days until field day, arguably the Super Bowl of elementary school, as well as color fun runs and classroom parties. Songs like Party in the USA and 7 Years were our mantra, and we cycled through every toy trend imaginable, from slime and squishies to fidget spinners and Rubik's Cubes. Through it all, we grew from tiny kindergartners into the big fifth graders that we thought we were. Our teachers taught us how to read and write, and our parents taught us how to be kind little humans to strive to become the best version of ourselves. We didn't realize it then, but those were the foundational years that shaped us into the people we are today. Eventually, fifth grade graduation brought us to the next step on our staircase.
Middle school is the epitome of a transitional phase. It's the time between elementary school and high school. The time when teachers start saying, we're preparing you for high school, and suddenly everything feels a lot more serious. Our parents are still guiding us, but we start wanting a little more freedom and independence. We leave behind the innocence and simplicity of elementary school and step into a more complicated and awkward phase. Voices change, moods swing, and the biggest thing on our minds is often what other people think of us. School becomes a major social scene. Friendship drama and first relationships sometimes starting or ending in a single lunch or recess period. Middle school was short, but emotional and unforgettable. It was a time where we weren't young kids anymore, but not quite teenagers either. A time of growth, transition, and plenty of awkward moments, but it shaped and prepared us for high school, socially and academically.
As we transitioned to high school, our freshman year humbled us pretty fast. We felt we were on top 8th grade year in middle school and then dropped right back down to little rookies in high school. With this transition, everything felt big and unfamiliar. We came in with fears, questions, and some pressure, as grades now mattered. The first step towards high school was shaky, however, it was the first step towards success which led us here tonight. As our freshman year was tough, it was the starting point of who we are today. Through all of that uncertainty, we received a great deal of help from our teachers and staff who were the steady hands that guide us through many challenging situations, with lots of patience, of course. Looking back, we're grateful not just for what they have taught us in the classroom, but also for the outside skills we need for life, such as one essential skill being confidence. Upon beginning our sophomore year, we felt a new freedom that wasn't felt prior, and that was the ability to drive. Driving allowed us to make our own decisions and carve our own paths as we learned that the decisions that we make will have consequences that will impact our lives in many ways. This was the year in which mistakes were made, and sometimes we are scared to make those mistakes. However, something I have learned was to turn all of those what ifs to even ifs. Even if I don't get chosen, even if I don't get things or don't go as planned, and even if I make a mistake, I won't give up. This mindset changes how we view mistakes. The staircase is still ahead of us no matter what setbacks. All we need to do is take the next step.
We continued off, stepping into our junior year. We were officially upperclassmen. Similar to our sophomore year, many more opportunities opened up to us, but a new sense of pressure was placed on our shoulders as there were high expectations. We had important tests such as the SAT and ACT, and college became a real topic as we went on with college visits and started to see what the next chapter of our lives would be. However, we were also in the home stretch. The end of our high school career began to become visible. Then we moved into our senior year, our final year of high school. Several of us entered senior year knowing exactly what we wanted to do next, while the rest of us may not have a clue. However, one thing we all shared in common was the steps we've taken together in the past 4 years. As this final year was bittersweet, the experiences we've had together throughout these 4 years are the foundation for whatever we will do next. As we ascend to the top of our primary education staircase, we are at the base of our next challenge, our future. While we may be heading to college, trade school, military, taking a gap year, moving into the workforce, or some other path, high school has laid our foundation for our future, no matter what comes next.
As we continue to climb the staircase of life, I think it is important to reflect on the steps we've taken so far. We have come from many different backgrounds and walks of life, but all have seemed to climb enough stairs, however many that might be, to get us here today. While the stairs may not look the same for everyone, they will all lead us to a higher floor. The next few steps we take will impact the direction of our lives significantly. I hope the fear of the unknown won't prevent you from lifting your foot, because that is the only thing we can do. Keep moving forward. We do not know how many steps we have left, and it is important to stop and see how high you have climbed.
Look back on all of the people who have helped you through your journey and thank them. Parents, teachers, coaches, and friends. They have all played an important role in helping us overcome the next step. Our stairs have run parallel to each other for some 13 years now, and our paths will soon separate, and we will all see different levels and sights of life. It is now our turn to be the adults and guide our own path. I hope in all that is to come, you all remember the time you have shared with each other and come to appreciate all that this community has offered you.
And so, as we gather here at the end of this remarkable journey, let us reflect on the staircase that has brought us to this very moment. Every helping hand that guided us along this journey gathered here in this room and in our hearts today. Each step, each obstacle overcome, each victory celebrated has shaped us into the individuals we are today. From the initial steps we took in elementary school, where curiosity fueled our learning and we forged lifelong friendships, to the moments of uncertainty in middle school and high school, where we discovered our inner strength, every experience has been invaluable. We have learned to navigate the twists and turns of life, to support each other through both triumphs and tribulations, and to cherish milestones and accomplishments achieved along the way. Now, as we reach the top of our staircase together, we are filled with a profound sense of accomplishment and eager anticipation to continue our journey. We have the whole world before us, filled with endless possibilities and uncharted territories. Let us cherish the lessons we learned and the bonds created during our climb. These are the memories that we will carry with us as we embark on our next grand adventure. They will serve as our compass, guiding us through the challenges that may lie ahead.
So, class of 2025, as we bid farewell to this chapter of our lives, let us do so with hearts full of gratitude. Thank you to all of the parents and faculty for your endless support and your constant dedication over these past 13 years. This staircase that brought us here may have reached its end, but the climb towards our dreams and our ambitions continues. Let us take our next step in life with unwavering courage, ready to construct our own staircases, to conquer new heights, and to leave a permanent mark on the world. Okay.
Go ahead. Okay, go ahead. Go back to your seats. Go ahead. Yep. Yeah, quiet. Thank you, students. Thank you, students. Now our chamber singers, under the direction of Mrs. Ashley Ward and accompanist Dave Howland, will sing for us When I Grow Up, a song from the highly acclaimed musical Matilda. Parents, I gotta warn you, if you have a tissue, you might wanna grab one for this.
When I grow up, I will be tall enough to reach the branches that I need to reach to climb the trees you get to climb when you're grown up. And when I grow up, I will be smart enough to answer all the questions that you need to know the answers to before you're grown up. And when I grow up, I will eat sweets every day on the way to work, and I will go to bed late every night, and I will wake up when the sun comes up, and I will watch cartoons until my eyes go square, and I won't care 'cause I'll be all grown up when I grow up. When I grow up, when I grow up, I will be strong enough to carry all the heavy things you have to haul around with you when you're I'll be saying, I think that it's okay, and that's not right. When I grow up, when I grow up, when I grow up, when I grow up, when I grow up.
Thank you, Mrs. Ward and Mr. Howland. And terrific job, Maya Bridgman, Olivia Dutton, Samantha Hulka, and Kate Kasparian. We will truly miss all of your beautiful voices. At this time, our senior class sponsors, Mrs. Woodard, Mrs. Sinden, Mr. McBride, would like to share some of their thoughts of the class of 2025 with you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Over the last 4 years, it has been our genuine privilege to witness this remarkable class navigate their way through challenges, whether you were debugging code or navigating the everyday glitches of high school life. Class of 2025, you have demonstrated time and again that you are more than prepared for whatever lies ahead. Because you didn't just learn to solve problems, you learned how to think. Critically, creatively, and courageously. Whether in the classroom, on the slopes, the court, the field, or the stage, you've consistently pushed boundaries and redefined what's possible. You've faced setbacks head on, learned to reboot with purpose, and come back stronger. That kind of resilience is more valuable than any algorithm or line of code.
You've accomplished more than mastering equations or managing budgets. You've learned the art of investment, not merely in financial terms, but in yourselves, your aspirations, and one another. You've devoted countless hours, navigated long nights, and taken a few swings and missed. Yet through resilience and relentless effort, you've continually positioned yourselves for success, ready to seize the next opportunity. As you embark on the next chapter, be it higher education, a job, or a well-earned gap year, remember that your true value isn't measured by a GPA or the contents of a resume. It lies in your ambition, your integrity, and your ability to adjust your approach when life throws you an unexpected curveball, as it undoubtedly will.
Everything starts with a solid foundation, and you've spent the last 4 years pouring yours. It's been lessons learned in classrooms, friendships forged in hallways, and resilience built in moments of challenge. Sometimes the footing wasn't perfect. Sometimes the blueprint had to change. But you adapted, you reinforced, and you kept building. You may not leave here today with a literal blueprint in hand, but you do leave with something just as powerful: the skills to design your life, the tools to solve real-world problems, and the courage to build something entirely your own. As you walk across this stage today, remember, the foundation is set and the blueprints are in your hands now. Great architects never stop sketching, and great engineers never stop solving, and great people, like all of you, never stop learning. Class of 2025, we are so proud of what you've built here. The world is waiting. Go show it what you are made of. Congratulations, class of 2025.
Thank you, class sponsors. Next, we will hear from our wind ensemble under the direction of Mrs. Hulleberger perform a selection of songs from Wicked. Okay, seniors, you can take your seats. Seniors, you can, yep. Graduates, you can go back to your seats. It is now my pleasure to call to the podium our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Michael Lons. Dr. Lons, on behalf of faculty and staff, I am honored to present the class of 2025 and recommend that the students be graduated from Walled Lake Northern High School.
Class of 2025, it is an honor to be here with you. Today is a day of celebration, a day that you have dreamt about and worked hard to achieve. Today is a day you will never forget. Remember that you did not get here by accident. It was through your success that brought you here today. Oftentimes, we look at successful people, such as professional athletes, actors, business people, influencers, and say, they're so lucky, or I wonder, how were they able to do that? I've reflected on those questions, and I realized that luck had very little to do with it. What actually happened is that successful people have followed a recipe. As with every good recipe, there must be ingredients. For success to occur, I believe that there are three key ingredients. The key ingredients are talent, commitment, and effort. But knowing the ingredients is not enough. You must know the amount needed for each ingredient. So here's my recipe for success: a dash of talent, a cup of commitment, and a pound of effort. For the moment, let's look at each of these ingredients individually. Our first ingredient is talent. There is no doubt that you have talent, but talent alone is not enough. You may have heard the phrase, talent will only take you so far. What that means is it is a gift to be talented, but the gift of talent is not enough. At some point, you must be willing to put forth the hard work to develop that talent. For without hard work, your talent will be wasted, and in my opinion, there is nothing worse than wasted talent. So I ask you today, what is your future talent? Our second ingredient is commitment. If you want to be at the top 1% of anything, you have to fully commit. You have to study, you have to practice, you have to live your life in a manner that supports your goal. Commitment is not easy. You must be the type of person who is willing to not only give everything you have, but to also stick with it even when things are not going well. Commitment at its most basic level is what you are willing to do. Commitment is often the difference between success and failure. So I ask you today, to what are you willing to commit? The final ingredient is effort. One cannot be successful without effort. You can have all of the talent in the world, be fully committed, but without effort, none of those will be enough. Effort is not easy. Effort is more than just a word. Effort is pushing forward when others stop. Effort is making a decision to engage rather than waiting for something to happen. Effort is the difference between climbing up the ladder of success or going down the slide of failure. Effort will be the difference maker in your life. I ask you today, toward what will you put your effort? So as you step in the next chapter of your life, remember this recipe. Use your talents, stay committed, and never be afraid to give your full effort. Because with the right mix of these three, there is no limit to what you can achieve. Congratulations to the class of 2025. Your journey is just beginning, and the world is waiting to see what you will cook up. President Kaplan, on behalf of the faculty and staff of Walled Lake Northern High School, I am proud to present to you the Walled Lake Northern High School class of 2025. I hereby certify that each of the students has successfully completed the course of study required by the state and our Board of Education. Ms. Kaplan, please join me at the podium. Ladies and gentlemen, your board president.
A little short. Good afternoon to the Walled Lake Northern class of 2025, distinguished guests, staffs, family, and friends. It is an honor to stand before you today as we celebrate the remarkable achievements of the graduates of the Walled Lake Consolidated School District. On behalf of the Board of Education, I want to extend your heartfelt congratulations to each and every one of you. Today marks not just the end of a chapter, but the beginning of a new and exciting journey. As you sit here today in your cap and gown, surrounded by your peers, family, and teachers, I want to share a message with you. Dream big. Over the past few years, you faced challenges, learned lessons, and grown in ways that may have once seemed impossible. You've had moments of doubt, but you've persevered. You've discovered strengths you never knew you had, and now you stand on the precipice of the future, ready to take on whatever comes your way. I encourage you today, as you look ahead, to dream big. It's easy to set small goals, to aim for what seems achievable in the short term. But today, on this momentous occasion, I challenge you to think beyond the immediate. Picture yourself achieving something extraordinary. Picture the impact you want to make in the world. Dream of solving problems, making discoveries, creating art, or leading movements that will shape the future. The world needs your big ideas. It needs your passion, your creativity, and your willingness to take risks. Don't be afraid to fail, because failure is often the first step to success. Don't be afraid to push beyond the boundaries of what you think is possible, because as you have learned in Walled Lake schools, with determination, collaboration, and a strong sense of community, there is no limit to what you can achieve. The class of 2025 is ready to go far. As a district, we are incredibly proud of the foundation you've built here. As you move forward, remember that your education is a lifelong journey. Keep learning, stay curious, and never stop dreaming. Congratulations again to the Walled Lake Northern class of 2025. We can't wait to see the incredible things you will accomplish. Dream big, aim high, and know that you have our full support as you embark on the next chapters of your life. Thank you, and best wishes for a bright and successful future. By the power vested in the Board of Education, by the state of Michigan, and by the citizens of the Walled Lake Consolidated School District, I hereby confer the diplomas of graduation with all the rights and privileges thereto.
Thank you, Mrs. Kaplan. Seniors, finally, we will now award your diplomas. Walled Lake Northern High School counselors, Dr. Pamela Van Kampen, Kathleen Quinn, Doree Dobler, and Maureen Horan will read your names. Parents and members of the audience, I would like to take this opportunity to ask you to applaud appropriately for the graduates so that every graduate's name can be heard by all.
Mallory Martha Connolly.
Lila Eckridge.
Miranda Shaw Connolly.
Timothy Awad.
Noah Domingos da Silva.
Carson Beatty.
Matthew David.
Jesse Berman.
Alexander Joseph DeFinis.
Madison Birchmeyer.
Matthew Devaney.
Madeline Bruss.
Adisa Debra.
Natalia Blewett.
Lucas Orlando DiMattia.
Maya Bridgman.
Olivia Collette Dutton.
Emily Brown.
Douglas Joseph Evans.
Ava Charbonneau.
Gabriel Benjamin Finsilver.
Nathan Shibataro.
Caitlin Ann Gerber.
Nicole Collins.
Gabriella Grace Kobelis.
Jacob Goldberg.
Emily Molly Massett.
Chase Griffith.
Grace Ann Molsky.
Anna Gursky.
Noah Alexander Nicholson.
Jade Griesdorf.
Aiden Thomas Nuttall.
Teresa Guastella.
Sophia Bella Pellini.
Jacob Herr.
Aman Akbar Qureshi.
Macy Hunter.
Lily Ruth Rosender.
Tessa Keen.
Asher Zephin Salama.
Aiden Kiefaber.
Alexandra Claire Shellac.
Danielle Kerr.
Daniel Jose Olson.
Sam Holka.
Lorelei Robertson.
Kira Giselle Johnson.
Colin Andrew Ruskin.
Liliana Tonko.
Elijah Hayden Britos.
Brian Patrick Sosha.
Landon Wissam Jonas.
Lila Bell Sparks.
Evan Von Arquette.
Claire Spouts.
Gabriel Dennis Bates.
Laura Terpstra.
Blake Arthur Bardos.
Jacob Tran.
Colin Michael Byer.
Grace Vogt.
Asha Barlow.
Paige Welsh.
Evan Ray Barrios.
Brooklyn Zeleny.
Andy Avitia.
Michaela Bildstein.
Chase Barrow.
Eden Van Proyen.
Addison Rose Barton.
Ava Vandertilp.
Will Keller Battershell.
Grace Elizabeth Pepys.
Alex Fame.
Finn Anthony Baumgardner.
Alex Bame.
Caleb Joshua Bauer.
Cody Antrobius. Are you saying her name?
Cameron Boucher.
Lily Aarons.
Frida Maya Brendla.
Mason Bangle.
Kelsia Janae Bragg.
Dylan Berger.
Keegan Ann Bragg.
Berger? Berger or Berger? Berger? Jake Berger.
McKinley Charlotte Brando.
Avery Grace Bergeron.
Shane David Browick.
Kimberly Barris.
Jillian Marie Bryant.
Aaron Noel Barley.
Parker Jombikowski.
Sterling Black.
Tyler Yuya Brunsell.
Riley Bose.
Blake James Burry.
Brogan Cooprider.
Declan Taryn Callan.
Benjamin Bowling.
Destiny Rose Crawford.
Heather Booty.
Zoe J. Crowley.
Christian Kalukian.
Cooper Michael Krynek.
Haley Carpenter.
Cody Alexander Culbertson.
Santino Martas Escamila Castro.
Josephine Cunningham.
Olivia Scarlett Schwalek.
Casey James Daly.
Daniel Ciceretto.
Meredith Lauren Daly.
Aubrey Clevenger.
John David Danku.
Caden Coder.
Amanda Lee Dayton.
Caden Calendar, or Colton Calendar.
Jordan Thomas Dean.
Ashton Cortez.
Ashlyn McKenna Deering.
Truman Tate Columbus.
Olivia Inez Dennis.
Brody Christopher Emmert.
Nevea May Forbes Brown.
Maddox Stephen Dragon.
Ava Lynn Forster.
Simon Reese Dunmore.
Riley Dean Fowler.
Ford Richard Eagle.
Kendall Lewis Fox.
Bethany Dex.
Joseph Edward Frederick.
Samuel Fairchild.
Gianna Isabella Gaglio.
Emily Feinstein.
Celeste Stephanie Gina.
Jackson Ferguson.
Elena Marie Francisco.
Maya Dawn Firstman.
Greta Catherine Frixell.
Jackson Gallant.
Brooklyn Grace Stewart.
Zachary Robert Dorn.
Atlas Riley German.
Ava Marie Gilbert.
Michael Robert Heidish.
Joseph Gingold.
Damian Daniel Giddings.
Elise Glasgow.
John Cannon Germansky.
Jonas Grant.
Andrew Thomas Henges.
James Grant.
Isaac Daniel Hernandez.
Grace Goulian.
Emma Lynn Hester.
Marissa Hamama.
Jordan Daniel Heim.
Dominic Hanawa.
Zoe Catherine Hill.
Caitlin Hargraves.
Olivia Ray Hines.
Michael Hatcher.
Sophia Jeanette Hopkins.
Nathan Hatfield.
Caleb Thomas Hubble.
Noah Ivezai.
Ben V. Hoyne.
Timothy Michael Jakubiak.
Chloe Christine Kazakov.
Gibson James.
Brady Daniel Clem Keene.
Jordan Johnson.
Avery Keefe.
Savannah Johnson.
Denny Nicole Kelsey.
Jada Jones.
Maggie Barbara Curtis.
Mary Joyce.
Chloe Faith Camerco.
Salem Kaikonen.
Emily June Kuwaje.
Ethan Johnston.
Brendan Thomas King.
Isabel Kraus.
Samuel David Clarich.
Scott Konopka.
Gabrielle Elise Kimmel.
Kate Kasparian.
Kaylee Elizabeth Knight.
Alice Conant.
Nicholas Bin Levu.
Peyton Krebs.
Christopher Lee Lipscomb.
Ellie Kudra.
Brianna Lynch Long.
Colton LaBelle.
Giselle Lourdes Loving.
Alessandro Lani.
Alyssa Sky Lubitz.
Nola Lark.
Dawson Allen Luther.
Grace Lee.
Ava Catherine McDermott.
Caleb Laurie.
Layla Caroline Martin.
Michael Lee.
Jonah Marvin Mansour.
Catherine Mavis.
Anastasia Jade Lipsitz.
Jaden Mays.
Jack Thomas Matson.
Rachel McCall.
Mason Daniels Mojica.
Marcus Melchert.
Enzo Domani Montanti.
George Melton.
Cheyenne Elaine Moore.
Julia McGuire.
Kendall Julia Moran.
Ava Mancati.
Mia Caitlin Moriarty.
John Paul Merritt.
Alec Donovan Morris.
Riley Mahalik.
Wyatt Avery Morris.
Luke Miller.
Juliet Anna Mosella.
Mallory Nelson.
Chloe Reese Murphy.
Ethan Miller.
Ryan James Myers.
Thomas Naivasha.
Pierce Isaac Parker.
Lily Naso.
Brennan Ray Parks.
Carter Michael Miller.
Ada Isabel Petroscu.
Michaela Newcomb.
Mason Michael Payne.
Abigail Novak.
Lily Noel Pelto.
Brady Noka.
Alexis May Picklow.
Connor James O'Doherty.
Andrew John Pilkowitz.
Ashley Ogle.
Ella Ann Porter.
Henry Patrick O'Haron.
Gwendolyn Powell.
Noah John Olakowski.
Kara Rose Provo.
Riley O'Rear.
Hannah Hope Pullen.
Brooke Reno.
Miles J. Regentine.
Ryan Reynolds.
Andrew Joseph Schneer.
Carlito Rivera.
Mary Elizabeth Schumann.
Luis Rodriguez.
Luke Michael James Scrivo.
Ryland Ross.
Dawson Jeffrey Sir.
Matthew William Russett.
Isabella Sophia Serratos.
Michael Richard Russett.
Stone Maxim Seaburn.
Elijah Bennett Ryan.
Olivia Rain Shalish.
Reese Sage.
Bryce Edward Seamus.
Maxime Robert Paul Schiff.
Nicholas Michael Sheena.
Taylor Sokol.
Peyton Ray Shepard.
Taylor Spink.
Mariella Alexis Spunt.
Caitlin Stallings.
Madeline May Smith.
Olivia Stapula.
Anaya Carolyn Teasdale.
Aiden Stover.
Jenna Rose Thomas.
Aiden Streck.
Ella Caitlin Thomas. Mitchell Dale Thompson.
Tyler Strickler.
Madison Ann Tiemann.
Marae Sutton.
Isabella Grace Tinsky.
Skylar Sweet.
Sabrina Rosalie Todson.
Sydney Tate Werner.
Adam Kirill Tompton.
Gage Vorderberg.
Landon Frank Trudell.
Olivia Wallen.
Jack Raymond Vigil.
Harry Washington.
Jenna Page Woodward.
Chandler Waters.
Amal Eunice.
Anthony Jacob Wazir. Natalia Marie West.
Nora Zaya.
Marissa White.
Ari Benjamin Zimmerman.
Haley White.
Tori Haley Zimmerman.
Thomas Wilbert.
Haley Zuck.
Lauren Renee Wilkins.
Gabriel Tier.
Chloe Wilson. Sabrina Winnie. Isabella Hayes.
I would now like to call to the stage the president of your great class, Matthew Devaney.
Class of 2025. Steve Jobs once said, "The people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do." And if that's true, we must be the perfect candidates, because our class has been just the right amount of crazy. Crazy enough to take risks. We were the first class to return to high school post-pandemic. Crazy enough to turn ideas into action. From prom on a riverboat, crumble cookies, and our infamous volleyball tournament. Crazy homecoming floats, enough said. And yes, even perform a high school musical skit in front of the entire school. Crazy enough to get involved, from the musical to sports and everything in between. So maybe we were a little crazy enough to believe in each other, to take chances, and to make memories that will last far beyond these walls. But that kind of crazy, that's exactly what this world needs. Our time at Walled Lake Northern has been more than just a series of classes and tests. It's been a journey filled with memories, milestones, and moments that have shaped who we are. From late night study sessions at the library to walks in the academic wings, football games and student sections, powder puff, and arguably the best roller coasters at pep assemblies, we've built friendships that have carried us through and will continue to matter long after today. The foundation we've laid here through challenges, growth, and shared experiences will be the springboard for everything that comes next. Some might call what we did crazy, but maybe crazy isn't such a bad thing. We've had the courage to care deeply, to create boldly, and to challenge the norms. And through it all, we've grown, both as individuals and as a class. Whether your next chapter is college, trade school, a gap year, or something entirely your own, hold on to your curiosity. Keep asking questions, and never stop believing in your power to shape the world around you. I would like to ask my fellow class council members to rise. Anyone, please stand. Without your help over these past 4 years, our class activities, pep assemblies, and prom would not have been possible. Leading alongside you has been one of my greatest honors, and I thank you for your support to our class. And to the lovely class of 2025, thank you for letting me serve as your president these last 4 years. It's been a privilege beyond words. Now let's carry this spirit forward. Let's keep being bold. Let's keep being curious. And most of all, let's keep being just the right amount of crazy. Congratulations, class of 2025.
Thank you, Matthew. Okay, graduates, can you please stand up now? The moving of your tassel from right to left symbolizes your successful completion of high school.
Class of 2025, please move your tassel. Ladies and gentlemen, we proudly present to you the graduates of the Walled Lake Northern's class of 2025.
Okay, that's it, boys.